Hello class and welcome back. So today we're going to talk about how to set up our project. And by now you should have Xcode 9 beta or Xcode set up in your environment. The reason I'm using the beta for now is because at the time of making this video, Xcode 9 is not available, but the beta is. So if you're watching this and Xcode 9 has been released, then you don't have to worry about setting up the beta. I should have provided you two videos that cover either case. So for this application, I want to say that this is going to cover from beginning to end how to write an application. Very basic, but there will be times where it might confuse you, or I might not be going into depth as to a particular topic. That is going to be saved for later sections of this course. For now, just appreciate mimicking what I'm doing, just so you can get your feet wet and you can kind of get a sense of the motions that you have to go through to create a project. So with that being said, what project are we going to be creating? So this simple iOS application is going to be based on a quiz where the application will ask us a question and we'll tap a button and we'll get a response back. Very simple, but it will show you the different pieces necessary to get this thing going. So what kind of things do we want to ask ourselves when we are developing an application? Well, we want to ask ourselves, how do I get my objects created and configured properly? Like, I want a button here that says next question. And the second question we want to ask ourselves when developing an application is, how do I make my app respond to user interaction? Like when the user taps on a button, I want this piece of code to be executed. So let's create the project. I'm going to click on Xcode 9 beta. And we want to say create a new Xcode project. And for this application, we want to develop a basic application. So single view app is what we want. So hit next. And I'm going to call this quiz. Excuse me. You want to make sure use core data is not checked. I will check these, although I don't think we'll be using them. And you want to make sure that the default language is Swift, and that should be all that you need. So hit next. I am going to save this down in exercises. You can save it wherever you'd like, whatever makes sense to you. I will be providing this project to you, so you might want to just pay attention the first time you watch this video or this video series, and just so you can kind of separate, I'm trying to follow along and learn at the same time. It might not be effective for you. If that's the case, then just pay attention and relax, sit back, and just watch me do the motions. So I'm going to hit create here, and we should have our project set up for us. So the other thing that I wanted to discuss before I let you go is the left-hand side of this is the navigator area. And the navigator that's available to us right now is the project navigator. This is going to display all the files and directories that build our project. So as you can see, we have some default files that we'll get into later to set up our project, and so we can actually build and load it into a simulator. So with that, I think that will wrap up this. In the next video, I'm going to, it'll be more of a conversation, but I'm going to discuss with you Model View Controller and the implications of those and how they apply to our project. So without further ado, I will say goodbye, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.